Alright, so in this fight we got King Ghidorah going up against Destoroyah. So who's gonna win? Let's find out. So King Ghidorah is Godzilla's arch rival. And one of the biggest titans in the monsterverse, if not the biggest. He's 521 feet tall and weighs 141,000 tons. He's able to fight against Godzilla, create shockwaves during his fight with Godzilla in Antarctica, easily overpowered and restrained Rodan during his fight with him. Then in his final fight with Godzilla in Boston, he's created shockwaves that leveled cities. He was able to bite into Godzilla's skin and slam him right into the ground. But also he was able to choke out Godzilla and lift him up in very high up into the atmosphere. And just to make it even more impressive, Godzilla weighs 99,000 tons in this movie. Ghidorah is also insanely durable as well. Ghidorah was able to take attacks from Godzilla, like biting, clawing, even got his head slammed down into the ground. He's taken a tail whip from Godzilla, which really only staggered him, and took Godzilla's atomic breath from point blank. Really didn't do anything to him. Even got slammed through part of a building by Godzilla. And on top of that, he's taken attacks from Rodan. He's also taken the Oxygen Destroyer, a device that was made to destroy all the oxygen in every living being in a 2-mile radius. Yet Ghidorah was able to shrug it off, no problem. And that's not even mentioning his healing factor either. After having his head ripped off by Godzilla, Ghidorah was able to regrow its head after absorbing radiation from Rodan's volcano. So that's what we got in one corner, Ghidorah. On the other corner, we have Destoroyah. Destoroyah is one of Godzilla's most fearsome enemies. He's 393 feet tall and 88,000 tons. Also got a wingspan of 688. He's easily able to overpower Godzilla Jr., pick him up, and hold him in the sky. Jr. actually weighs 16,000 tons, so already pretty impressive. Then he's easily knocked over Godzilla, who is 328 feet and 66,000 tons. He was able to use his horn to cut into Godzilla's skin, and he's able to use his tail to drag Godzilla around. Did this with ease. He's also ridiculously durable as well. He's able to take attacks from Godzilla. But he's also able to take Godzilla's burning heat ray. Took a whole lot of Godzilla's infinite heat ray. He's also able to take Godzilla's nuclear pulses. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, Godzilla was going through a full-on meltdown during this movie. So the atomic breath and nuclear pulses became a whole lot more powerful than they normally are. So those are our fighters. Who's gonna win? Well, let's find out. So who's stronger, first of all? Well, Ghidorah is able to fight against Godzilla and hold his own in all of his fights. He managed to overpower Godzilla in some of his fights. He managed to slam him into the ground with ease. He managed to restrain and overpower Rodan with ease as well. Then he managed to pick up Godzilla, choke him out, and drop him from thousands upon thousands of feet in the sky. But Destoroyah was able to knock down Godzilla with ease as well. He easily picked up Jr. and brought him into the sky. Overpowered Godzilla again later in his fight with him. Used his tail to drag him along with ease. But Ghidorah is clearly stronger. He was able to overpower Godzilla in his fights with him, and pick him up and drop him from thousands of feet in the sky. Plus, that's not even mentioning both of their sizes. Godzilla is 392 feet tall, and 99,000 tons. Ghidorah's 521 feet tall, 141,000 tons, and is said to have a wingspan of around 1,300 feet. Insanely massive. He is the largest titan in the monsterverse. Destoroyah is 393 feet tall, has a wingspan of 688 feet, and weighs 88,000 tons. The Heisei version of Godzilla is only 328 feet tall and only weighs 66,000 tons. But yeah, Ghidorah is stronger, larger, fought against a larger Godzilla, held his own, and overpowered that. Plus, you can even argue that this version of Godzilla is stronger than Destoroyah as well. So yeah, Ghidorah is definitely stronger. But what about durability? Well, Ghidorah has taken all sorts of attacks from Godzilla, like biting, clawing, tail whips, and brush those off pretty well. Also taken attacks from Rodan as well. He's also taken a point-blank atomic breath straight to the chest. Didn't do much to him though. Also taken the Oxygen Destroyer, something that very nearly killed Godzilla. Yet Ghidorah was able to come right out and was pretty well. Yeah, he was pretty good after that explosion. Destoroyah is able to take Godzilla's infinite heat ray, the most powerful version of Godzilla's atomic breath in the Heisei series. Also taking Godzilla's nuclear pulses, along with all sorts of other attacks from him. Despite this, he was able to almost kill Godzilla despite all these attacks. Now this really boils down to two things. Which atomic breath was stronger, and will Ghidorah's healing factor help him? And yeah, this version of Godzilla's atomic breath is still incredibly strong. It burned up Ghidorah and managed to push him around. The infinite heat ray is so much stronger, not even funny. But Ghidorah's healing factor is on a whole another level entirely. He can regenerate his freaking head. Yeah, so Destoroyah is more durable, but Ghidorah's healing factor is its own freaking thing. So as flying titans, who is the fastest? Well, Ghidorah can fly of up to speeds of 632 miles per hour. We don't know how fast Destoroyah can fly, but based on that scene, well, he definitely looks a little faster than Ghidorah, at the very least. So I'm going to give it to Destoroyah. But like I said, Ghidorah has his healing factor. He's able to regrow his head after absorbing radiation from Rodan's volcano. That is super impressive. He can also absorb energy, like when he tapped into the Boston grid. He was able to immediately gain a whole lot of power from that and shoot lightning out from his wings, which severely injured Godzilla. He was also able to drain energy from Godzilla when he went into meltdown. And I kind of just want to circle back to shooting lightning out of the wings part. This attack was able to severely injure Godzilla in his fight with him. And I think it can also injure Destoroyah as well. Just look at the damage it did to Godzilla. Plus, Ghidorah also has his gravity beams. These were able to knock back Godzilla and did injure him sometimes. His gravity beams were also able to knock out Rodan and was even able to kill Mothra. Destoroyah does have his micro-oxygen. I mean, it did kind of hurt Godzilla, knock him down. But what's it gonna do to Ghidorah? He survived the Oxygen Destroyer. It was made to kill all life in a 2-mile radius. Destoroyah's beam shouldn't be too different from that. And while it did kill Godzilla Jr., it's not going to do anything to Ghidorah. Ghidorah, he doesn't need oxygen. At the very best, it's going to disorient Ghidorah for a couple seconds. But that's really it. So, who's gonna win? Well, I think it's gotta be Ghidorah. Ghidorah's tougher. Ghidorah's... Ghidorah's stronger. He's got that healing factor of his. He has his gravity beam. And can absorb energy from other titans. Destoroyah may have that can slice Godzilla. And is more durable, but that's not enough to beat Ghidorah. Ghidorah is pretty durable as well. He's stronger. Got his gravity beam. And has that healing factor of his. It would be an awesome fight to see. And insanely tough for Ghidorah to win. But I think for this fight, I gotta give it to Ghidorah. Monster Zero wins.